Hi everyone, Dr. Lewis here. So I just wanted to very briefly go over the group work that we have upcoming in this class. So our first group work is coming up in Unit 1, and then in Module 2, which we just started, and then Part 2 of Module 2. So Part 2, you have your checklist like always, and then you have a couple of other assignments that you have due. But you'll see something that says Group Work Discussion Board Guidelines and Rubric. And then you will also see your group. So you should see crash group work, and then you might be 1, you might be group 4. You will be in your own specific group. It won't look exactly like this because I'm a teacher, so it shows up, I get to see all the groups. You should only see your group. And then when you click on it, it'll take you to something that looks like this. And this is exactly like our discussion boards and operates exactly the same way. So you can start a new thread, you can reply to each other. The only difference is that only the people in your group see what you're writing. So I'm hoping that by doing the group work, that it's a little bit less intimidating than maybe putting your ideas out there for the entire class to see. So each group has about 4 or 5 people in it, and those are the only people who can see what you're writing. So, and each group has a slightly different prompt that you can see once you click into the group work discussion board for your group. So, if you go to, let me show you one other way to find your group work if for some reason you want another way to find it. So, go back to the home page and then click on discussions. And then when you do that, you'll see the virtual lounge, you'll see our discussion board, and then if you keep on scrolling, you'll come to our group work board. And when you go to our group work board, you will see the group work that you should be responding to. So you should see your group. Again, you should only be able to see the group that you are a part of. So that is the other way that you can find any group work. So I want to briefly go over the rubric. So the rubric is essentially, to get full credit, the absolute minimum that you have to do is post twice in your group work. So that's the absolute minimum of what you have to do in order to get full credit. The other component of that is that it is a collaborative assignment. So to get full credit, you must be interacting with your classmates. So that means the people who only respond twice usually have much longer responses that bring in and incorporate other students' ideas. So for the people who only post twice, the people who get full credit with only posting twice, they have long responses that are saying, oh, well, Jane said this, and this is what I think about it. Like longer ones that bring in their classmates. Most people end up posting more than twice because, again, I want to emphasize, I see this as a little bit less formal than discussion boards or free writes, or a lot less formal than free writes. So you can kind of chat with each other, you can ask questions of each other, you can be informal in your language, you can be chatty. If you hated the movie or the characters, you can talk about that. It's perfectly fine to dislike your character for the prompt. It's okay to dislike the movie even. So it's okay to be informal. It's okay to be a little bit chatty. It's okay to respond a lot, but maybe only in 1 to 3 sentence responses, as opposed to kind of the longer, more expansive ones. So basically, the main thing to get credit is that you do have to be interacting and that there has to be at least 2 posts that you start, that you are responding to someone or discussing the prompt. So kind of the collaboration along with that minimum number. And if you look down here, the rubric kind of follows that. So you fulfill the minimum requirements. To get a 100, you fulfill the minimum requirements, but you're also collaborating thoughtfully with classmates. The needs improvement are usually people who only post once or maybe even twice, but either way, you're not really interacting or collaborating. So if you just post kind of two drive-by sentences that don't really collaborate or read what your classmates are writing, then you're going to get a 50. If you only post a once instead of the minimum of twice, then that's going to be a 50 as well, even if you are trying to collaborate in that once. So those are the two ways that you can get kind of the needs improvement. And then deficient is obviously not fulfilling the minimum requirements, or if you're kind of responding with stuff that's completely off topic. Okay, so this is the guidelines for the group work. Let me know if you have any questions finding anything, or if you're confused about the assignment. Don't be afraid to get in there as well, because some people, they feel like they have to wait until someone else posts. You can kind of get in there and start posting right away. Again, it's the second part of this module, but it's open to you now if you even want to get started now. All right, so let me know if you have any questions. If not, have a great day.